Transurfers and the Transurfing Curious. I am Renee Garcia, and this is my Reality Transurfing Express lesson of the day. Today I'm going to be going over a big one, goals and doors, and I will explain what goals and doors are, why this concept is pertinent to you feeling happiness in your reality, and also give you a number of tools that will help you realize a goal if you do not currently have one. But first, I am going to explain my perspective of the transurfing knowledge, how it's broken down exactly, and how goals and doors really is the key to truly creating a reality of your dreams, as cheesy as that sounds. So this is the way that I like to look at it. The knowledge is split up, okay? The transurfing knowledge is split up into two categories. The first category is getting yourself out of a hole, okay? So getting yourself out of a hole means getting yourself to ground zero, where then you can start building on top of that ground to create the reality that you want exactly. But first, there's a few steps that you have to take. So getting yourself out of the hole is you managing your pendulums. Okay? It's you having a good connection with the alternatives space. Thought quality. Right? It's you understanding the induced transition. And it's you understanding the flow of alternatives, or the alternatives flow. Okay, so once you, and I will speak specifically about my experience, when I first found transurfing, I was in a hole. But I couldn't just start building an amazing life. First, I had to do some work to get myself out of the hole. I had to realize, again, what pendulums I was involved with. I had to understand life tracks and how they work. I had to get myself away from the induced transition, right? You cannot realize the goal that is specifically for you, that is going to help you create the reality of your dreams, if you are in an induced transition. It just won't happen that way. And lastly, the flow. So remember what I spoke of in one of my past lessons, the alternatives flow, that you have to imagine that reality in the alternative space is a river, okay? And that river has rocks in it with lots of different material and information and all sorts of stuff. Now, in my past life, when I was living without heart and mind coordination and I was not going towards my own goal, I ultimately was holding on to a rock that stuff existed, my life track, my profession, my thoughts about myself and my reality. I had a lot of importance, okay? And I was clutching onto this rock for dear life with so much loaded importance because of pendulums that I simply I was not able to see that there were other rocks downstream that had a bunch of other things on these rocks, treasures and new goals and adventure and all sorts of good stuff. But I had to let go of this rock, right? This rock that was my life, that was totally loaded up with importance. I had to let go of this rock, trust the alternatives flow, and allow myself to float downstream, where then I could realize what my true goal was. Okay, this was absolutely necessary for me to seeing that goal, because I would never have seen that goal holding on to that rock that I was holding on to. Okay, so again, we have getting out of the hole is managing pendulums. Sorry, my pen's running out here, guys. Managing pendulums, all this stuff to get yourself to ground zero. Once you're at ground zero, oh, my pen's really running out here. Then you have the opportunity to use this second part of the transurfing knowledge, which is goals and doors. Heart and mind coordination. The use of outer intention and frailing. Acknowledging signs, right? Signs that are going to help you along your way. So in my instructor's manual that I've created, goals and doors and heart and mind are part of the same lesson. And the reason for this is you can't really have one without the other. Okay, so in this past life that I had, pre-transurfing, okay, I had zero heart and mind coordination. There was no heart and mind coordination going on. And really, I needed to nurture the voice of my heart, okay, and get my heart or my soul speaking a little more loudly so that when a goal presented itself to me, my heart would be able to recognize it and say, okay, this is intended for you. Because ultimately, your heart is what chooses the right goal for you. And that's what happened to me with transurfing. So I got into transurfing, I was studying it about a year, and then all of a sudden my heart just ignited and I realized that I wanted to do this. I wanted to put myself in a position of an instructor, getting this knowledge out to everyone, meet Vadim Zeland, become an ambassador for transurfing, right? And I would never have really seen that goal had I not been, first of all, out of the hole, paying attention to and reconciling all these things, right? And getting the voice of my heart or the voice of my soul speaking a little more loudly. Once I realized my goal, I did what Vadim presents in the book. You ask your heart, does the heart say yes? Absolutely. Heart says yes. Does the mind say yes? Absolutely. That was, 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago. And I have had endless energy on my way to this goal that I've realized for myself, going through my doors. Now, Vadim speaks of this often, that it is going through the doors intended for you towards the goal intended for you that is happiness, right? That this is where you find that feeling of fulfillment and happiness and contentment, right? Being comfortable with your reality, having enthusiasm, having joyful meaning in life. And I'll tell you what, if someone would have told me 10 years ago that my goal would have been this, I would not have even understood it because, again, I had no voice of my heart coming through in my past life. I was depleted. I was not living with heart and mind coordination, and ultimately I needed to do these things and develop this sense of my heart so I could see this goal. But now, as I am 5 years into this, it's like a miracle, really. I never would have imagined that this was how it was going to turn out. And I'm ecstatic every day I wake up and I feel joyful meaning. I feel energy. I realize my goals easily, and I just feel happy and content. So again, work on this to get yourself out. Then it's this stuff that kicks in that you start building the bricks of your new house, right? Your new reality. So for those of you, and I've had this question a lot, for those of you that do not have a goal, okay, because I've had a lot of people come to me and say, hey Renee, this is really great, goals and doors, but I'm not seeing my goal. Can you help me? I feel like I'm listening to the voice of my heart, but my goal just does not seem to present itself to me. So remember what I said about the romantic lesson that I gave, that it's possible that your true love is not on the current track that you're on. It's the exact same thing with a goal. Okay, so remember we have tracks, and you might even be up on a pretty high track, right? You're here, and maybe your goal is actually up here on this track up here. You need to figure out how to get yourself to an alternate track. And a lot of times, even if you have all this stuff managed and you're living with all this, maybe you simply just need to provide your environment with some new material, with some new options. So I created a challenge that opens doors in your reality. It allows for some different roads to present themselves, and it gets energy, material, and information circulating in your reality that might present a goal for you. And this is, of course, the 30 Anomalous Action Challenge. This is you every single day for 30 consecutive days, taking one step outside of your comfort zone, right? This could be networking, it could be volunteering for a new organization, or connecting with someone that's doing something that interests you. It really, and I urge you to watch some of these videos so you'll get more of an idea. The reason that I'm standing right here at this moment, specifically this moment right now, is because I took my own 30 Anomalous Action Challenge and I realized a whole bunch of stuff, and all sorts of stuff was stirring up in my reality, and all of a sudden I had a new goal, right? This was to add new content to TransurfingTV and create these videos. So it's extremely powerful if you commit to it and you do it. And again, that's the 30 Anomalous Action Challenge. Go onto the ITI Facebook group and click on the link that says 30 Anomalous Action Challenge. I have taken it myself, and a number of others have taken it, and they documented video what their experience was like specifically. Now, we had Kareem on the Facebook group also create a visual based off of a PDF that I created on how to realize a new goal. Again, how to find a new goal and what to do specifically once you see something that may possibly be a goal for you. And quickly, I'll just go over these just to wrap this up, but please, again, join the Facebook group to have access to the PDF, How to Realize Your Own Goal. This is me breaking down specifically what I do exactly. You will have access to the illustration here, and then, of course, the 30 Anomalous Action Challenge. So how to realize a new goal. First, inform yourself of your choices, right? This is listen to the voice of your heart. It's research, it's open ears, it's open eyes, so you can actually see some of the possibilities and the choices that are available to you. 2, resonate with your possibilities. Okay, again, this is heart and mind coordination. Resonating with the possibilities is asking your heart and mind, what do they say about this? And 3, make your choice, set your intention, and start making the steps towards your goal through your own door. Outer intention, your own doors, outer intention, frailing, and heart and mind coordination are going to fuel this, and you can achieve your goals in a way that you never thought was possible, with energy and abundance of energy, and of course, happiness, because that's why we're all here, right? So I hope this helps. Please, again, join the Transurfing Institute Facebook group if you would like access to any of this stuff. I will post it after this video goes live. And yes, join me on Instagram, reality_transurfing, and subscribe here if you have not done so already. Thanks, guys.